If you haven't seen a skyscraper, it's fucked up.
It's crazy.
It hurts your brain.
Right.
Gets you all dizzy and shit. How is it? You know,
I feel like I'm on another planet when I'm in
you
New York
really
City.
are.
In
It
the
is another
center.
planet.
Yeah.
It's a functioning organism. That's one thing. It's like a superorganism. When I was flying over the country, when I went to Arizona, and it was a beautiful day. It was sunny, so I got to see the whole country. And you look at these towns, and they're functioning as just as what the hell is it called? Oh my God, myosin? No. What's the roots of fungus?
Oh, that support the tree systems?
Yeah, it's a network of vines, not vines. It's a network of roots that just spans across any land underneath all the soil. And is it myosin? Oh my God! Everybody's if anybody knows, they're screaming at me right now. But anyways, when you're looking at civilizations from, huh?
Mycorrhizal. Hold up, I gotta find the pronunciation.
Mycorrhizal.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's essentially a root system fungus makes throughout this. So in other words, say something dies in the forest.
Yeah.
There's actually communication in the soil that's dead there, and that there's that abundance of nutrients from whatever's dead, and then something will grow there to decompose it and eat it. And it's usually a fungus. It's always fungus because it's operating on that level of intelligence, which is really cool. That's why, when they're developing things that eat plastic, it's a fungus, and dissolve oil, it's a fungus. I think they're even developing something that eats the waste from nuclear power plants. It's also a type of fungus. You can train mushrooms essentially to eat anything. It's weird. They'll find a way to turn it into energy. In other words, I guess that's essentially what eating is at the end of the day. But when you're looking at going on a massive tangent, when you're looking at civilization from that height, you're looking at it. It looks like it's just a reaction occurring on the Earth's surface. It's really weird. It really puts you aside. Did you find it? Is it myosin?
Well, it's spelled like Mycorrhizal.
Okay.
Right, and there's no hyphenated pronunciations or nothing.
All right, I'm gonna put fungus.
It's mycorrhizal.
Root system.
Well,
Doesn't really matter.
I've definitely heard about trees doing that too, like talking to one another through their roots.
Yeah. I believe with trees. I don't know, but I know that happens with fungus. Like it's all on one network. But anyways, it was really cool. And when you're looking at cities from a height, you're really just looking at a superorganism. What the hell is that?
I mean, humans are just like any other animal. Like we are.
Just like, just festering on the surface of the earth.
We are kind of a cancer.
Well, I mean, that was one thing. I was listening to a Joe Rogan's podcast, and they was talking about what is natural. Right? Because you would consider humans not to be so natural. They're but they are. There's nothing unnatural about a plane flying in the sky because it didn't come from space. It didn't come from the stars above. It was literally harvested from the earth and put in the sky by things that were essentially came out of the earth and did what they had to do, depending on how you believe we got here. The point is that we're indigenous.
Well, no other animal creates tools the way that we do.
But they do create things like nests and hives.
But tools are what your phone, all the things we call are unnatural.
But exactly. But does that mean it's unnatural?
It means it's unique to humans.
It's unique. It's unique to Earth. It's not unique to humans, right?
I think
humans did it.
No other animals create tools other than humans.
They make tools. I mean, not make, but they use things as tools, right? There's some primates that do that. Kind of. It's not obviously as cool as a phone. It's a stick. I've seen them try to get ants out of a log like that. That's not the point. My point is that it's definitely not as cool as like a Apache helicopter.
But okay, have you ever heard the theory that humans are the result of an alien species coming to Earth and having sex with a monkey?
I think that's a fantastic argument.
I think it's a fantastic theory. I really like it.
How else are you going to explain the diversity? There's nothing else that really does that. And on top of it, you would think that a civilization as advanced as ours would not develop on Earth, rather on the surface of Earth, but in the water, because it's a larger planet.
Right.
In other words, the Earth provides a larger world inside of its oceans.
Right.
You
Yeah,
would
the
think- and-
oceans are so much bigger.
Yeah.
Well, dolphins are super smart.
They are. They are.
So they're like our water.
Well,
world
imagine if all this,
equivalent.
because nobody really knows. We could talk. Oh yeah, they've scattered the bottom of the ocean. What if all this UFO talk is really just a civilization that's in the ocean that developed
Oh.
millions of years before
Oh,
ours?
I like that theory.
Right?
Okay,
It's a thing.
I actually heard
Why
about this
not?
the other day on Stephen Colbert. They said they're investigating a strange round. They call it the green banana. It's off the coast of Florida.
Was it like
it's
an
like a
SFO, submersible flying object or whatever?
I don't know. It's a hole in the bottom of the ocean floor that glows blue, and they call it the green banana
It's
for
a
whatever
dome.
reason.
It's a
I s-
biodome.
And scientists are going to start exploring it, and Stephen Colbert is like, please don't. 2020 is bad enough.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
need Godzilla coming out.
They found you. Sorry. You're not allowed to know of our existence. We must eliminate you again. Because, I mean, when you look at it, like, I forget who was I? No, it wasn't with you, Plouffe. Who was I talking to? Oh, you know what? I think I was talking to Ian about it. But anyways, recovering, like, so you're looking at the super civilization of Egypt alone. And the fact that now they're discovering that the Sphinx was recovered and rebuilt rather than built by the Egyptians, right? So how many times has
Oh my god.
our species gone through super civilizations or just become really big civilizations before they were turned down? Because it's completely within human nature to completely decimate whoever we defeat in combat.
Fair.
You know what I mean? That happens all the time. You know, like how many times? It doesn't happen so much these days, but I mean, based off of what happened in Afghanistan, considering how much ancient history was in those museums and was destroyed because of these wars, that's huge.
You know what's
scary?
scary? I mean, like at this point, the kind of weapons that we've developed, if we go to war, and I've actually was listening to this podcast the other day saying, you know, we're having at the highest tensions with China at.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, we have the highest tensions with China. I mean, we just recently kicked their what is it called?
Diplomat.
Their diplomat.
Out
We
of the
kicked
UN?
Their Chinese. We kicked them out of our country.
Wow.
And in response, they've also kicked our diplomat out of their country. So,
China.
but can you imagine if the United States went to war with China? The
would
United
suck.
States has a bunch of weapons. China has a bunch of weapons.
We owe them a ton of money, and they build everything for us.
And we're just, yeah, true.
Yeah. Like everything.
But yeah, no, I hear what you're saying in terms of like, if a super, but what I'm saying is that like our humanity so far has gone to war many times.
Yeah.
But we've never had a world war where so many people have such deadly weapons.
Yeah, everybody's got nukes now. Before the last war, not before the last war. The last war was the first one to the World War, that is. I mean, we've been in the war with Afghanistan for so long, but the nukes being used in World War II was the first time.
Right.
But we were the first ones to use it
Right.
because of Einstein.
No.
Yeah.
Did you ever? There's
No,
a show.
he developed
Oh.
the way to make them, right?
There are many people who.
Have you seen that? Oh my God, there's a great
so he's not the
show
only
about
contributor to
this.
making the A-bomb?
No, there's this great show about this. Have you seen it? Oh my gosh.
I love Einstein, by the way.
Have
Not hating.
look, Google show about the atomic bomb. Because I just want to. I watch it. It's so good. It's like puts you right in the moment of like when this is happening. They're
Yeah.
like in a random town in New Mexico, and it's like really rural. Did you find it?
It says Manhattan.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That was the
Manhattan experiment.
The-
experiment.
Yeah, that was the name for it. Oh my God.
Project.
What, when they're blowing up the thing, and they're blowing up the atomic or
No,
hydrogen
when they
bomb?
were trying to figure it out. So
Oh,
there
make
was
it?
like two teams, and there was, Big Boy was the first attempt to create the atomic bomb, and that failed because they wanted to do it in a certain way that wouldn't work. And then there was another team of people who the Big Boy team thought was like crazy.
Yeah.
And their atomic bomb is what we have now. It was that team that
Oh, no kidding.
yeah. So anyway, it was It's a great show. I highly recommend it.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
What's it called?
The Men.
The Manhattan?
Is it just Manhattan? Yeah.
I'll check that out. That sounds really interesting.
So good.
I love that kind of stuff.